Hello, everybody. Me again, Father Rob. I want to talk to you a little bit about First Communion this year, which we're doing during the weekend of the Solemnity of the Body and Blood of Christ this year. So it's a very apropos celebration this year, as it is always. But to be put on that feast day is very, very powerful. I just wanted to let you know a couple things about it. First is that this year, because of the pandemic, we have to hold, instead of the one big one that we would usually hold, our First Communion, we're going to have 4 celebrations of Mass for First Communion, and there'll be 3 on Saturday: one at 9 o'clock in the morning, one at 11 o'clock in the morning, one at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday, and then we'll have another one on Sunday at 11 o'clock in the morning. And these masses, I have to say, unlike in the past, these masses have to be not open to the public, unfortunately, because we want the families to be able to bring at least some people to these celebrations, and in order to do that, we have to close our church for the participants and their family members and a couple of guests of theirs. So it'll be different that way. So the presence of a large congregation of our community representative will be, and myself, and and the teachers that are there, and the members of the families of the children who will be receiving First Communion. Also at the Mass, it'll be like we've been celebrating Mass and the public Masses of the past couple of weeks, where the music will be limited because the children have to wear masks, everybody has to wear masks during the celebration all the way through it. And so that makes singing very difficult, and the bishop has said that we can't sing regular hymns during Mass. Now usually during this Mass, the children are very active and involved in the service itself. In the terms of they usually bring up the gifts at the offertory procession. They do the readings at Mass. They do the prayers of the faithful at Mass, and at the end of the Mass they sing a song for the whole congregation. And unfortunately, this year, because of the pandemic, they won't be able to sing that song at the end of the Mass. We can't have. They cannot bring up the gifts of bread and wine at the Mass that we're going to use at Mass, because we can't have them touching it beforehand. So they will bring up some gifts at Mass, but we won't be using them as the elements for the Mass itself, for consecration. So their participation of the children in the Mass is going to be a little bit more limited than it has been in the past. Of course, with all these differences, it may seem and feel like it's not the same celebration. But the fact is that it will be the same celebration. That we are celebrating the wondrous gift of the Eucharist given to the church, and given to the church by Jesus himself to his disciples, and through them to us, that we have continued throughout the past 2,000 years. And we are celebrating that they will, for the first time, receive the great sacrament of the body and the blood of Christ. It is the second step in their initiation as full members of the Catholic Church. And it is a powerful and a beautiful sacrament, and they will be initiated further into our church community. And so as we celebrate the Eucharist, it is just, as I said before, it's more than just a memorial of the Last Supper that Jesus had with the disciples. It is a making present of Jesus. And we make him present in the body and the blood and the bread and the wine as they are transubstantiated. And we make him present in the community that is present. And I'm asking that all of you, as members of our parish, will also make him present in your prayer for the children. Because this year, LCAC is going to come and they're going to film our services of First Communion. And they will be on LCAC on video on demand. I'm not sure exactly how you have to go about getting that, but I'm sure there will be instructions that will come out later on our Facebook page, and we'll put it on our website as well. But if you want to watch the service, and we do this, I asked LCAC to do this year because we know that, like for instance, grandparents might not be able to come because they might be at risk. They are at risk of getting this terrible disease of COVID-19, and we don't want to put them at risk, but we want them to be able to participate as fully as they can in this time. And so it's as I said, it will look and feel different, but it is not different. It is the same sacrament that they receive. It is the same celebration that they will have. As it is the same initiation that they are coming into. It is the same church that they come into. And so I ask you to pray for them, to pray for their families, and to ask God to give them a strong faith, to give them a long life and a happy life, and all their family members as well. Thank you.